Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett and Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz is with us. By the way, Greg, congratulations on the new book. Amazon.com, Hannity.com, bookstores now around the country. Let's get your take on all this. And by the way, maybe constitutionally, how is it that you have AGs? How is it you have prosecutors run to go after one family, one organization, and one man?
Well, it's a dual system of justice, and you've juxtaposed it with both those stories. Biden gets the benefit of protection racket by the DOJ and the FBI. Donald Trump has prosecutors, Democrats, who are going after him with a vengeance by misusing egregiously a consumer protection law and wiping out constitutional protections for commercial speech, as well as undermining a century of established common law on civil fraud. And so this is unequal justice writ large.
You know, Professor, you wrote a book, a bestseller as well, Get Trump. You know, now that we know Joe lied repeatedly, we have the evidence. Now that we found the shell corporations, we have the evidence. Now that we found the monies, tens of millions of dollars that went to 10 Biden family members, and you know the circumstances around Burisma and CEFC, the oil giant in Ukraine, the oil giant in China, you tell me, Professor, is this looking like bribery to you?
It looks like a need for a special counsel. There's too much smoke. When you have special counsel, two of them, basically investigating your opponent, the president have a special counsel looking into all of this. And, you know, when you get the Attorney General of New York, can you imagine if you had a white Attorney General of New York going after a black defendant saying, well, he's too male, too pale, and too stale. The opposite. What if they said he was, you know, too dark and too female? They would be held to pay. I mean, she's made racist, sexist, ageist comments about the Trump administration and others. There's so much bias here. There's so much one-sidedness that just as a person who cares deeply about the law and the Constitution, this is such a disservice to the objectivity and neutrality of our legal system. We need to have one law for Democrats and Republicans, for conservatives and liberals. You cannot have differential legal systems depending on race, politics, age, you know, all of those things. That's just not the America that the framers of our Constitution intended.
And by the way, you named Get Trump your bestseller after a phrase that Letitia James used. Greg, congratulations on your new book. We'll put it up again. Amazon.com, Hannity.com, bookstores around the country. Thank you. And thank you both.